What's up guys, welcome back to yet another episode of the S13 build. I've decided that on this wonderful day I hate myself enough that I'm going to start sanding it back. Nah, but for real though, Rex is going to sort out getting some wheels for the front so it's rolling, and then after that, once it's rolling, I want to start doing stuff with it on the hoist. So it's going to be inside for a lot of the rest of the time, so while it's still outside, and speedy boy. Anyway, while it's still outside and the wind's going the right way. Who is this? Whose man's this? While the wind's still going the right way, decided we'll start sanding it. So I've been dreading this. Have a look at this. Just look at it. Look at it. So it's been like rattle can primed, and it's just terrible primer, and it's gone super hard. It's been on a freaking years, and it's just the hardest crap. It's gonna be the worst to sand. So we've got here some 80 grit orbital pads, the big 80s, kapow. So try and rip this stuff down real quick with some 80, and then we've got some 240 as well and some 120. So try and rip it all off in bulk with the 80 and then work our way back to some less coarse paper. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a process. Hopefully this makes short work of it, and yeah, trying to keep these episodes short and sweet and entertaining, and just try and make more of them. So try and get this thing rolling and sanded today. That'd be great. And then yeah. Yep, this sucks about as much as I expected it to. Yeah. Oh, we've got some wheels on the front. Hell yeah, boy. They're just sort of half sat there with some half-assed nuts for now. We need to do an order from GK Tech and get some wheel nuts. But the coilovers in the front definitely need to be adjusted out. I'm having heaps of fun still doing this. This maybe even sucks worse than I thought it was going to. But I am finding that these cracks are like right down into the base layer of it's really looking like if we want to get this car half decent, we're either going to have to high build it, like do a coat of high build primer and rip it back, or we're going back to bare metal, which I just don't want to do. So I'll probably see how we go. We'll just keep ripping it down, but I reckon we're going to end up having to do a coat of high build on it.
Okay, alright, how about bare metal respray inside of your smoothed and detailed engine bay?
Shut up. Alrighty, so just adjusting the coilovers a bit so that it was going to sit a bit more level because they were set a bit low. But a lot of that stuff came out pretty good. It's about as good as we're going to get it. So from there, just a coat of high build, rip it back again, and I was probably getting a bit pedantic about it before, but as Rex pointed out, it is just a drift beta. It is just getting painted black with equipment and enamel. Like, it's not going to be a really nice paint job. It's just going to look good for photos from far away. And then it's going to get covered in stickers anyway. Probably get a livery on it, so it's not a big deal. We'll just yeah, hit it with some high build, rip it back, and then black enamel over the top of it, and that'll do. So Rex, we're actually talking about how it actually looks kind of good on these XR6 wheels. But to my knowledge, I don't think they can like deal with the beating of drifting. I think even just road driving, they tend to sort of turn to shit pretty bad. It's apparently pretty hard to find really straight ones. So anyway, I'll do for now to get it rolling. And yeah, once we get these coilovers adjusted, we'll put it on the ground, see what it looks like. Alrighty, on the ground, I reckon that's probably a pretty good guess at a final height on the front. Still got to put the rear coilovers in, like I said in the last episode. We'll do it on the hoist, but yeah.
Oh, that's right, they're just the ones we threw into.
Yeah, they're not the coilovers yet. So put the rears in and adjust them to suit, and yeah, we should be doing pretty well. Did forget to mention as well, we've actually managed to source a full kit. So Brad, who owns the R33.4, has actually got a complete kit for us. So that's skirts, bars, and front guards, which is selling to us at a really good price. So absolute legend, thank you Brad. So we haven't received them yet, obviously, but when we do get them, it is going to end up being full Sylvia. So I've got a set of triple projector headlights down there, we'll whack them in. And yeah, just be S13 instead of the Sonvia front that we were going to do, but doesn't really bother us. I just thought if we had to buy guards and stuff anyway, Sonvia would be something cool and different, but considering how cheap Brad is selling this kit to us, yeah, can't go past it. So it will end up being just full Sylvia. But nah, it's getting there. Pretty excited. I mean, at this point, it's probably almost officially further along than the 31 is. It's got a front end and a rear end, and almost a fuel system. The 31's got a rear end and a fuel system, so hopefully get to the 31 pretty soon. But this is good. At this rate, we'll be painting them both at the same time, which is awesome. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Righto guys, so we got this to a point where we're pretty happy with it. We got most of the real bad stuff out. The rest of it should just whiz back and paint up pretty good. Most of the crazy cracks out. This boot's terrible, but it is what it is. Like we said, it's a drift car. Anyway, we're going to push this into the hoist now that the hoist is free, and finally actually tighten up the front end and stuff. So we're getting to doing that. I think we're going to do a bit more on the fuel system as well. Righto, so just gave it a quick whiz with 120, so it's pretty much now ready for our coat of primer. Pretty much as far as we're going to go with it. So hopefully the primer gets rid of whatever imperfections are left. I do actually have another boot lid down there, but pretty sure this one was the better of the two. But anyway, a high build should sort of fill these last few bits of imperfections. I might have actually missed that with the 120. It feels like I missed it. But yeah, Rex reckons strictly one coat. He says
that's all I'm allowing.
Strictly only the one coat, so we only get one shot, Rex reckons.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to put primer on it. Dad's the one that's insisting on it.
Oh, we may as well make it look at least half respectable.
Yeah, fine.
Anyway.
Alright, this looks like an art piece. Just clear straight over the top of that.
It's art, you uncultured drifter. You uncultured LS guy.
Kids with some crayons and getting onto it.
Alright, one less fuel tank. Look at that. Nice and clear under here. Should be plenty of room for exhausts. Nice and good. I've got these ready to swap out as soon as it comes down a bit. I rerouted our handbrake cables because when I put the cradle in, I forgot to consider where they were freaking going. But you can see the problem with putting these into an S13 here is where this bolts to the floor and where these bolt to the floor in relation to how much cable there is. So GK Tech actually sell a adapter plate that you bolt in there and then bolt these two and it works, but because we're cheap, we just make one ourselves. Weight reduction, yeet. Rex has tightened up all of the front, so it's finally all tight. So yeah, we're making progress. We'll get this dummy block back out as well while it's in here. And the plan at the moment is once we're done with this in here, we're going to move the 31 over to this area and put it out the same way this was, so that when we get the front end and stuff, we can put all that in there and I can start sanding it during the week. Sylvia can go over there till later. Then hopefully in maybe like a week's time or so, we're ready to actually lay some paint on these things. I've also got to try and find the bolts for these. Bolt them back up, but that shouldn't be too hard. And yeah, you can see where.
Oh, so we just need to make a plate for a mounting point forward.
Yeah, bolts up to there.
Oh, that's easy.
So Gigotech make one that just bolts up, but. So what do you reckon? Do you want to use these fuel lines? Or do you just want to fucking not bother?
Yeah, I think I'll just make our own hard line.
Make our own, no worries.
Yeah, ditch them, I think.
You want to bother trying to pull them out, or?
Not much point, is there?
No,
they can just
really.
chill.
They can just chill there.
What are they? Like a couple of kilos?
You reckon? Well, even then, like one of them's your brake line, so even if you want to yeet it, you got to try and pull them out and then
just leave them there. We'll run a new one. Same thing we do with the 31 down that passenger side.
No worries. All right. And there's actually like pretty much a perfect, like least symmetrical area for two tailpipes. Here and here. I thought the way this was designed. Oh, it's the sway bar. The sway bar is designed to be up on one side.
Yes.
But
yeah, that was the problem. Yeah.
Without it, you got two there. So it just depends whether you just want to knock on a rear sway bar. Nice. Oh, how good's this wind? All right, out with those. In with these. China Special. Man. All right, block's back out. Back to an empty engine bay, so we can start cleaning this up a bit and get it ready for paint as well, as best as we want to. Ah, sweet. Making progress. Making progress. All right, so we decided not to bother making the fuel line until we've painted the engine bay. So at the moment we're just gonna lift it up. We just missed the rack, so we're just gonna tighten up the rack. And then we're gonna push it back outside and just try and sand the engine bay a little bit. Try and have it pretty much ready for when we want to throw some paint down on the engine bay. So yeah, we'll just do that, and it's probably getting to the end of this episode, just about. It's good progress. It's coming along. I mean, we've now got an actual rolling shell, which is absolutely wicked. It's so good. I'm stoked about it. And yeah, all progress. Definitely gonna have to replace this. I noticed when I was putting the coilover in that the weld on this one is cracked. So that's a no-go. Oh, actually, while it's up, I've got these in, so I'll do that. All right, got some bolts in those, all bolted up, hell legit. Look at us go, eh? Drift car coming along. Brilliant. Heaps of lock. Boys. Yeah, boy. Alright, well, that pretty much marks the end of this episode. As always, thank you for watching. Tune back in for the next one. Hopefully we'll be starting to put some paint on this thing. All we're going to do for the rest of this episode is do a bit of a sand in the bay. But it's probably not worth filming that. He's probably sick of watching us sand stuff. So yeah, hopefully have this thing and the 31 ready for paint pretty quick. So yeah, stay posted. Smash subscribe, smash like. Peace out, see you, bye.